What's up, NWA Rampage Wrestling fans? This is your Pope D'Angelo Dinero of TNA Impact Wrestling, reminding you to come out Wednesday, October 26th for a Spike TV taping of Impact Wrestling here in Macon, Georgia. All your favorite Impact Wrestling stars will be there, including Hulk Hogan, Sting, Mr. Anderson, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles, and of course, yours truly, your Pope, D'Angelo Dinero. Be sure to get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Welcome back, fans, and we are geared up and ready for a title defense from the brand new NWA RPW Heavyweight Champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane, with pretty boy Doug Sommers at his side. And here he comes, looking as only he can look, with that gold around his waist. He's no stranger to championship titles. In fact, he was a long-reigning NWA RPW TV champion and lost that title to the man he's challenged by today.
And can't take anything away from Jeremy Vane. You may not like how he did it, but he beat one of the biggest mans in Rampage Pro Wrestling. That would be Luke Gallows at the end of that gauntlet held several weeks ago to become our heavyweight champion.
Not just a big name, but a big man as well.
Tremendously big man, one of the biggest in professional wrestling for sure.
Formerly at the side of John Cena in the World Wrestling Entertainment, Luke Gallows, just one of the big stars that travels through RPW, because this is the hotbed for professional wrestling.
I have a very, very special announcement for all of my RPW fans.
All three of them.
Whereas the championship committee has not yet found a contender with enough guts to face me at Doctoberfest, I am personally guaranteeing all of you that the RPW heavyweight champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane, will in fact defend this championship at Doctoberfest. That is my gift to all of you.
If he still has the title.
And as far as who the lucky contender is, I don't even care. Because the bigger they are, the harder they fell. Ask Luke Gallows.
Getting awful confident there, Mr. Behrens. Just throwing the mic at Miss Allie. That's kind of rude.
Ladies and gentlemen, while I see Doug Sommers in the ring, want to make one very quick announcement. Mr. Sommers, normally you'll be at ringside for matches for Jeremy Vane, but at Doctoberfest you're going to be a little busier because Doc Gayton wanted me to let you know you'll be facing Frankie Valentine.
Frankie Valentine versus Doug Sommers, one-on-one.
Hey, it ain't gonna happen. Where's that gutless ball-headed old man? I ain't facing Valentine this week, next week, or any other time. Who do you think you are?
Well, those words came from Doc Gayton, the general manager. It will be Pretty Boy Doug Sommers in the ring wrestling against his son, Frankie Valentine. He wants to lay hands on him in the ring in a wrestling match. And that will just be one of the big pieces of Doctoberfest we already know about. Jeremy Vane saying he will defend that title against anyone, someone, doesn't matter who. Awful big words coming from the new champion. Right now he's got to take care of business with Frankie Valentine because the title is on the line. And he is the current reigning NWA RPW TV champion as he brings that beautiful belt to ringside. And it's very personal here. Anytime Frankie Valentine's in a match and Doug Sommers is anywhere around.
Two top dogs right now in the top Georgia wrestling promotion, but only one title on the line, the top prize, the heavyweight title.
Only one man can be the champion. It would be very interesting to see if Frankie Valentine could grab that title.
The contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's for the NWA RPW heavyweight title. Introducing first, he is from Carrollton, Georgia, weighing in at 171 pounds, Frankie Valentine. And his opponent, he is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, weighing in at 200 pounds, the untouchable and champion, Jeremy Vane.
And it is champion versus champion. The only title that's on the line is Jeremy Vane's title, the NWA RPW heavyweight title. Another interesting twist on this match, Mr. Behrens, is that we know in December the NWA World Heavyweight Champion is coming, and we know that Adam Pearce, Scrap Iron himself, will be facing whoever the top challenger here, the champion here is. Both these men are champions, but both these guys would like to be the challenger that night for the NWA World Championship.
Very much so, but right now, that top prize on the line, the television title not on the line at this point. And as you've said, I think earlier, Frankie Valentine could literally walk away as a dual champion at this time. So a lot of pressure now against the current champion, Jeremy Vane, the former television champion, as this match starts. Both men extremely familiar with each other. So also familiar is Frankie Valentine with his father, Doug Sommers, at ringside. Last few weeks, we've seen almost every single match Doug Sommers get involved and leave Frankie Valentine in a puddle of his own blood.
And the way he punched him in the head is just, put a big bruise on his head and blood just profusely flowing from his head. His own son.
2 atomic drops in a row, 1 regular, 1 reverse. Clothesline takes down the champ. Valentine is up, but he's distracted already by Doug Sommers, and that's all Jeremy Vane needs is that opportunity, and he's taken over on him. Doug Sommers, though, looks like he wants to get involved in this match already, doesn't want to wait for Oktoberfest.
I'm sure he wasn't very pleased with hearing that because he would like to be coming in from behind Frankie Valentine. And, you know, we can't take anything away from Pretty Boy Doug Sommers. He is a wrestling legend, former world tag team champion himself. But the fact is, he's done some very dastardly things.
Well, speaking of dastardly, right here, Jeremy Vane taking full advantage of that distraction. Referee Dustin Robinson doing his job.
Slaps him in the head. You have to question some of the antics of Jeremy Vane, but you can't question his ability.
Referee telling him, stop those punches from the ground. Definitely not legal in that position, if legal at all. There's been some loosening of those rules in professional wrestling. Used to be that the closed hand punch was illegal in wrestling. Still is, of course, within a 5 count, pretty much almost anything can happen in professional wrestling, it appears.
Talk about the closed fist coming up later in the program. We'll be hearing from Thunderbolt Patterson. Is that next week on the program? We'll be seeing Thunderbolt on the program, and he's a former Brass Nuts champ.
Very much so.
Back in the day, they had the Brass Nuts champ.
That was one of the titles. Usually it involved the hands being taped. Punches were legal, and those were some major fights that happened all over the United States. I remember seeing several of those in my early times in professional wrestling in the state of Georgia, and in the state of Florida.
Not many men threw a punch better than Thunderbolt Patterson.
Not many. I remember the early matches I saw involve people like the great Malenko.
Oh, yes. And now a slugfest going on between him and Valentine.
Wow, locked him twice to the side of the jaw. You could hear that across the building.
You see, it's Sommers trying to come in. He sees desperation here. Jeremy Vane, this is not just a match. This is for his title, his first defense here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. He doesn't want to lose the title just coming in the first time.
You noticed that Doug Sommers a little more animated than normal there at ringside. I'm not usually that familiar with him getting this involved in matches. I think that announcement, Doc Gayden had let me know to announce that earlier in the show that you will see Frankie Valentine against Doug Sommers. I'm wondering if Frankie Valentine wins the title, will that end up being a title match?
Could be interesting to see, and certainly Doug Sommers.
And he never told me, you know what, interestingly, the Doc never said there was going to be a TV title match. He just told me to announce the match.
Well, maybe he'll clear that up before the Oktoberfest. Once we see, maybe he's waiting for the results.
Wait, a full handful of tights right there by Jeremy Vane. Referee didn't see that. Frankie Valentine able to kick out regardless. Oh, catches him again right to the jaw. Valentine is throwing rockets here. Look at this.
He's not so untouchable right now because he is certainly touching him all over his head. Throwing those chops down to the chest of Jeremy Vane. Arm flips him across the ring. Valentine up with a drop kick and misses. Jeremy Vane holds onto the ropes and now rolls him up. Hooks the leg, not enough.
Managed to kick out. Caught off guard by Vane being able to hold on. Caught all the impact on the back of his head and on the shoulders as he came down. Normally on a drop kick, the wrestler's able to push off and reverse and land in a forward position, usually on their face, using their hands to land. Much safer position. When you're caught like that, all you can do is fall, and if you're not ready for it, that can hurt.
Definitely now has that rear chin lock applied and control move as well as applying pressure to the head. And the fans certainly rallying support behind Frankie Valentine. Valentine needs to get up. And you know, if you think that Frankie Valentine isn't thinking about Doug Sommers, then you have a wrong thought, because you know Doug Sommers is out there. He's a distraction each and every time. I know Frankie Valentine hopes to get him in the ring one-on-one. He can eliminate the distraction once and for all.
Very much so.
It's hard to have a match with a man like Jeremy Vane without a distraction.
Misses that one. Up and over goes Valentine from behind. There's a big one to the top of the head. Another one. Vane is down. Can't seem to get his footing. Up again. Up and down goes Jeremy Vane, back into the ropes, slapped right there, up and over, big backdrop.
Caught him, he put down hard, and here comes Frankie Valentine. He's set and ready as his father, Pretty Boy Doug Sommers, watches on. But he's in and connecting now hard to the head of Jeremy Vane. Vane goes straight down.
Well, one thing we know for sure, Frankie Valentine can beat Jeremy Vane because he's done it before, but now Sommers is up again as Valentine is down and in a mount position, laying punches him, but now he sees Doug Sommers and he wants a piece of that. And Sommers getting out of the way. It's good as this match is going to start right here. Vane, though, wait a minute, Dustin Robinson needs to pay attention to what's going on because Vane has the title belt right there.
Hit him right in the face, right over the head with a title belt, a heavy.
Vane didn't go for the cover, though, Ben.
What is he thinking here? Oh, he wants to punish the man, obviously. He could have pinned Frankie Valentine. VDT right there. That's what he wanted. Puts a leg, and it's all over, and your winner, and still NWA RPW Heavyweight Champion, the untouchable Jeremy Vane. Hard-fought match for Frankie Valentine.
Sommers has got a hold of the belt, but I don't think he's going to use it. Well, he just smashed him in the head again. That's 2 shots in the head, and now he's going right after that forehead, wearing it out as he has so many times before.
And Jeremy Vane just loves watching this. Here comes Kyle Matthews, Adrian Hawkins, and J-Rod is in the building. Thank goodness they came out. Ace Rockwell is out there. Get some help there for Frankie Valentine, but at Oktoberfest, the only distraction that Doug Sommers is going to have is going to be Frankie Valentine, because he finally gets in the ring with him one-on-one. We'll have more action, but first, let's recap that the champion here
Jeremy Vane, greed, pride, and gluttony have brought you many rewards. It is time for you to atone for your sins. You have played David and Goliath many times and walked away victorious. But this is not a game. At Oktoberfest, I have a treat for the RPW fans. Frankie Valentine will not have to worry about you being at ringside. And Jeremy, I have a trick for you. I accept your challenge for the RPW Heavyweight title. May God have mercy on your soul.
Oh my! The words of Mikael Judas accepting the challenge. He said he'll defend the title at Oktoberfest against anyone. There's his acceptance. More Rampage Pro Wrestling coming up. Don't go away.